Welcome everyone to the Real Whovians cast episode 533. It's getting harder to say this, Connor, these numbers. I'm your host, Matrixlord 212. I'm with Connor Farley. What's up, Connor?
Hello.
What's up, Mongoo?
What's going on?
We got some news.
Almost
Doctor
212 time.
Almost.
Almost 212 time.
Actually, it's 211 now. So
211.
yeah, one more day until the big announcement after the podcast. But, all right, Connor, let's get back to Doctor Who news. What do we got?
Yeah, we've got some big Finnish news. Kate Stewart is getting her own series with Unit, and I believe it's the Autons.
Of course.
In the audio. So,
Now, is this a contract, or is this a one story, or is it a whole year's worth of stories?
I don't know, but BBC Worldwide signed it over to Big Finish. So basically, what we can hope for now is 9th Doctor, 10th Doctor, 11th Doctor, and possibly 12th Doctor audios in the future. Because I think they're more like willing to start signing stuff like that over now.
Okay, so let me ask you a question now. Because she's doing Big Finish, does that mean that she's not allowed in Series 9 or 10?
Well, I was talking to Charles once, and he said that Big Finish basically takes a weekend to record. So they basically just go away for a weekend, go stay in a
all right. So that won't affect anything then.
Yeah, it don't really affect anything. I don't know if she's going to be in Series 9 or 10. I hope so, because she's a good character. I can't see it affecting it, though. No.
Right.
To touch on that, you said that they were going to touch on. Did you say they were touching on the 9th Doctor, 10th Doctor?
No, I said that it's possible that in the future maybe BBC Worldwide could sign stuff like that over to Big Finish to make audios.
Because that would be interesting. Because if obviously if the 9th, imagine if the 9th Doctor did do a few audios.
Yeah.
That could trigger a comeback. Yeah.
That won't happen until the 20th anniversary of New Moon. The actors won't do it until they're really older, I think. That's
really?
Yeah. 9th Doctor, 10th Doctor, 11th.
Is it just a thing with the Big Finish that they do it when they're older, kind of thing?
No, I mean the thing is, I see the 9th Doctor, 10th Doctor, 11th appearing in a multi-Doctor story, but as far as Big Finish goes, I don't think they would do that until they're 20 years old and than they are now.
Yeah.
I can see David Tennant doing it, maybe. I know that he's a fan of
I don't know.
Yeah, because didn't David Tennant do the
He did do a 7th Doctor one.
Yeah, the one as well where he does that documentary and he likes doing covers over audios.
Yeah.
The one in cinema.
I don't know. I don't see him. Maybe he'll do one, but I don't really see him doing anything now, honestly. I mean, what's going on with the comics? We have something with the comics too now.
Oh yeah, Titan, which is currently doing the 3 separate ranges. Well, 4 separate ranges now, because I know that they've got a 9th Doctor one coming out. For the new Who Doctors, they're doing their ranges. They're now bringing it over to the UK, and we get the first issue. I think it's in March.
Oh, good.
March time, yeah.
That's been a success, right? Or no?
Yeah, it's been a success in America as far as I'm concerned. I don't know exactly how many they've sold, but it's like, I think for the 11th Doctor, they're on like the 11th issue now. So they're producing them pretty quickly.
Right.
You know,
we'll have to do a future cast where I can get you the sales figures and that. I can look that up at the comic books and stuff.
Yeah.
So they also have the little figures. They keep coming out with new ones. Like I have on top of my fridge. I had bought one. They're like $10 a piece, and it's like you don't know who you're gonna get until you open it up.
Oh, I've seen those figures. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are awesome.
Yeah.
Those are awesome, actually. And I think they got a whole line of Capaldi now, so I got to try to get that for Series 8.
And obviously we've got Lego coming out, haven't we? So
that's exciting. I really want a Doctor Who Lego video game.
That's what I want as well. I think that'd be good.
Yeah, that looks cool.
Lego Star Wars was the greatest thing. I had 1, 2, and 3, and then they came out with another one, and then they came out with Indiana Jones, and they came out with Lord of the Rings. They came out with Batman. I mean, I love those games.
Surely they'll do a Doctor Who one.
Absolutely.
With especially with that regeneration scene they did on YouTube.
Right.
That looked really good.
I would want to see a Star Trek Lego because, Star Trek hasn't been anything really lately. I mean, yeah, we're getting a movie next year, but everything else has been dead in the water.
Well, alongside Doctor Who, they actually announced that they're doing Ghostbusters Lego, and they're also doing Wall-E.
But Ghostbusters is going to have a movie out next year, so that's why.
Are they?
Yeah. The female Ghostbusters, yeah. But let's get back to the Whovians. We can talk more about that in the Everything Show. With Series 9, there's nothing.
Nothing at the moment, apart from like the Ice Warriors with the Cinephanic Spectacular. The Zygon costume has also gone from the experience and has gone over to Australia for that. So that's not for filming purposes either.
But that's not the proms, though, right?
No, but it's like an event that Peter Davison is hosting.
Okay.
They had one in the UK, and I think they've gone over to Australia and New Zealand now to do a...
Now, when are we going to see the 5 Doctor-ish sequel? Because he did film something with Peter Capaldi, Peter Davison.
Yeah, he did 2 documentaries, didn't he?
We saw some type of picture where Peter Capaldi was yelling at the 5th Doctor.
Oh, right. So I didn't see that.
When's that available?
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe this year.
Probably November.
Yeah.
Do you think that's to celebrate the New Who?
Well, that's a separate entity, like the 5 Doctor-ish. You know?
That would be more to celebrate 52 years, sorry. I'm losing track of time.
Oh, the 50-ish.
Then more than 10 years of New Who, because it's more to do with classic Doctors and new.
Yeah. So does it look like we're going to get something for the 10 years?
No word about that whatsoever. They did ask Russell T Davies for a 10th anniversary special, and he said no. So I don't know if Moffat's doing it. I'm hoping he is.
Yeah.
It's been so bad lately.
Well, I thought,
Connor, what did they film? Directly the 4th episode of filming or something? I mean, they definitely filmed the 2-parter already.
They finished 3 and 4. We're now on to 2 Stephen Moffat ones. I think maybe Magician's Apprentice and the 2nd episode.
So in other words, they only filmed 2 episodes already?
Yeah, they filmed 2 already, which is the...
Are you sure they didn't film 3 episodes already? Because...
No, only 2.
No?
Only 2.
Alright.
So So we don't actually know what's going on. We could be in for a surprise.
We have no freaking clue what's going on.
We know little, like... someone saw Russian flags on set last week, and there was also the fact that the location they were at was an abandoned warehouse that looks like a bunker. So people thought that it could be a Cold War kind of like
Ice Warriors.
It would have been Sontarans maybe because they saw the Sontaran spaceship as well, and also that.
But wasn't a Russian in the Cold War episode with the Ice Warriors?
Yeah.
So wouldn't it be related to that?
I don't know. Probably, maybe not.
Right.
Would they not? Do you don't think we could get an Easter surprise by any chance?
I don't think that's happening. It's too soon. I mean, Easter is like March, April, right?
April, yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, no, it's not happening.
So you don't think we're going to get a 10th anniversary then?
No. I didn't say that. I didn't say that it wouldn't be the 10th anniversary. I said that the Easter thing is out of the equation.
Yeah.
We might because I know that the film Night of the Doctor without anyone knowing about it.
Yeah.
They did that.
But when is technically the 10th anniversary due? June, July?
March 26th.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
There's still time, dude. I mean, they didn't promote the 50th until a month before or 3 weeks before, so we did have something.
Yeah, true.
Promoted in 2 weeks.
Yeah, when the 50th anniversary was on, we didn't get nothing for ages.
It's so weird that they missed the boat with promoting the 50th anniversary. But with Peter Capaldi, that would promote that stuff for like 6 months and stuff. Ridiculous. They were doing teasers, they were doing every freaking thing. But the 50th was the worst promotion ever. You know.
Apart from the fake video.
Promotion.
What?
Series 8 was packed with promotion. It was probably
Packed like crazy.
Yeah, biggest promotion for a series ever for Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I guess. But they had a new Doctor, and they wanted you to
Yeah,
guess, is he a good man? Do you think they're done with that storyline then? Is he a good man or not?
That's done.
Finished.
Well, it was partly answered. He said he was an idiot rather than a
that he was an idiot.
That's over, yeah. All right. Anything else?
What you reckon there was 2 TARDISes? Does that mean we might get to see inside Missy's new TARDIS?
Yeah, we're seeing that.
Apparently, the second TARDIS, they used 2 TARDISes, one for like when it's standing up, and the other one for like stunts. If it's on its side, if it's fallen over, you know.
I think we'll see Missy's TARDIS. So yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I'm gonna guess that the Silence are returning this year. I'm gonna throw that one out there.
Really?
I'm gonna throw it out there. Yeah.
Wow, that's a big.
I'm gonna say I'm predicting the Silence will be back. Series 9.
I'd get goosebumps because to me the Silence was always related to Matt Smith. So
now I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say I'm gonna predict that. I could be completely wrong, but I'm gonna predict it.
What do you think it would be? Silence will fall again, or
Silence and Quiverian? Man of Quiverian.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
that'd be nuts. That would be nuts. And they said, "Well, what is the question?" It was a new question.
And the voice, maybe we'll find out of the TARDIS too. That was another thing that was never revealed. That was not Quiverian. That was not the Silence. That was a completely different voice. Maybe Omega or something.
Do you think we'll get a new intro this year?
No.
You don't?
No.
You don't think we'll get a new theme song or a new thing?
We'll see the same.
I think I'm gonna say I think we're gonna get a new Sonic Screwdriver.
Actually, that's an interesting point. On the front cover of the comic book for UK, it's a different cover from the American ones, and actually, he's got the same sonic screwdriver as Matt Smith, but instead of a golden silver handle, it's actually black.
Yeah, he's getting a new Sonic Screwdriver, I'm telling you right now.
So that
he has to really, because it's like, even from a selling point, no one's really going out to buy it because they're like, well, I have it because it's Matt Smith's one.
Yeah, they gotta make more merchandise for the kids. Yeah, now.
Yeah, because if you, like, for example, I'm a fan of buying the screwdrivers myself, and you don't need to go. Why do you need to go and buy the 12th one when it's the same one? They do need to make a new one.
They're gonna do that. They're gonna do that. Yeah.
They have to really.
I feel they're gonna do that. Yeah.
They'll probably like break the other one in some episode. He'll break it, or
I think it's gonna be different. I think
not the River Song one.
Similar, maybe.
The one she said you gave me in the future.
I think we'll have the red settings. Yeah.
She said it's got the dampers and all this.
I think we'll have the red settings. Yeah.
Yeah. Because
this doctor's going to be dangerous. He's going to be like, oh, I need a stronger size screwdriver to screw with these people.
Yes.
Yeah, he's going to. Yeah.
You don't think he'll come across River Song then if he gives her the screwdriver?
She's absolutely going to be in it.
I have one question about the. I still think it's an unsolved mystery. The silence in the library. I still think something's going to click back to there one day. I don't know what.
Probably.
Because River Song came through as an astronaut, didn't she? Remember?
Yeah. I think so.
And that was the focal point of the room. And there's an interesting theory is, do you remember what River Song said? Now, this is just going out there, okay? If you remember what River Song said, she said, how am I mentally linked to Clara, to Matt Smith? You know the little girl who was in the library?
I said that a while ago.
Yeah, I think that was Clara.
We'll see.
That little girl.
At the end of that episode, I don't know if that at the end of that two-parter, there was that scene where River was in a white gown and she was outside that big house. That looks remarkably like something that we'd see in the Nethersphere where Missy was in those gardens.
Well, did you see what the girl was watching on TV? She was watching like the 11th Doctor, like Bowtie, animated cartoon, and he wasn't even created yet.
Really? I didn't know.
Look at the TV. Actually. It was like River Song in the 11th Doctor with the bow tie, like a thing on the cartoon with a bow tie. Yeah, watch it.
What, in the Silence of the Library?
And it's funny that it was called Silence in the Library, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. The silence would fall.
Yeah.
And Doctor Moon has the silence powers.
And to be honest, the episode had nothing to do with silence because it was
no, but it was with the moon and the silence were on the moon. Doctor Moon.
Yeah.
It was he had the same powers as the silence. Maybe he's the one that created the silence.
The silence. Yeah.
It's and like massive foreshadowing, isn't it? It's
exactly, and it would make sense how Clara is mentally linked to River Song because they're all in that universe, that place now.
She actually looks like Clara as well.
I actually think that she's going to get out of the library permanently because someone's going to destroy the library.
Yeah, and everyone gets free or something.
No, I actually think that the Weeping Angels are going to go after River Song because supposedly what we learned in Angels Take Manhattan was that she was constantly hunting the Weeping Angels, probably after her mother almost became a Weeping Angel, so she probably got pissed off and made some type of quest for herself. So, and she also could hear them because her mother was almost a Weeping Angel, so that genetic thing was passed on to her. She could hear them speaking, Weeping Angels, River Song. Yeah. So, she was the angel hunter, so it could be that the angels invade the library, they go into the Matrix, they zap everybody. Who knows?
That means if they go into the silence of the library, if everything comes out, that means someone gets hold of the book. Do you remember he left the book in there?
That's another thing. He left the sonic screwdriver in the book. That's
another thing as well. In Silence in the Library, it was more about a fear of the dark. Does anyone remember in Listen where Clara said, "Fear makes a companion of us all"?
Right. Well, another thing too.
What's up?
She had the journal in her hands at the end of Silence in the Library. And the journal was left outside, so that means she escaped the library.
So where did she go?
She's out.
It's interesting. I think Muffet knows what he's doing.
The journal was left outside with the sonic screwdriver on top.
Yeah, okay. But then didn't he take the screwdriver?
She's physically in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Okay. She doesn't have the journal. That means she's out of the library.
But what about
the journal was her hands?
So does that mean? Go on.
There's another thing as well. There was a Dave in Silence in the Library, and Faye Marseille's character had on that Christmas list, "Forgive Dave." Mm-hmm. There's Dave everywhere.
Yeah.
I think it's a link.
I think he's going back to it. It's got to surely before Muffet's done, he's gonna tie every little thing into place before he leaves. That's what he's gonna do. Anything he's ever done, I think it's all gonna, like they did with Matt Smith, where they showed the crack in the wall and it showed you a bit of history and everything else. I think everything will click into place.
I think you're gonna find out that River Song's DNA, Time Lord part, was from Omega. Because I think that Matt Quaverian had help with Omega. Because there's no way they had the technology to beam an avatar of a ganger of Amy outside the universe. The only person who would have that type of power would be Omega because of the antimatter universe. So
I guess as well, in a way, you have to think, well, where is River Song now? What is she doing? I mean, okay, for real life, we know she's probably doing other things, but in the storyline, she just disappeared, really.
she went back in the library. I don't think she just faded. I think that's bullshit. I
Well,
think she's out of the library.
The library was in the 51st century as well, and in Deep Breath, Clockwork Droids were from the 51st century.
Yes.
So,
And in Listen, they were on Utopia. From Utopia, because they were going to that planet. Remember the Taklefane was afraid that, like, the planet they were going to, Utopia, that's the planet at the end of the universe. Same thing like Midnight.
yeah,
Those
it's true.
creatures.
I think it's all going to be linked. You know, another thing as well with the I still believe this. You remember when Peter Capaldi kept landing in this background in certain scenes, like a volcanic background or something?
Yeah, I don't know what
Right?
that's about either.
That's coming up. That's linked. That's
weird.
linked to
That's
something.
weird.
yeah,
It
that's
looks
not a
to me
real-
either. Yeah,
that's something.
right.
I was because I know that we said originally when Last Christmas aired that it was a reuse of set. It could have been a reuse of set. I think it's linked into.
I think it is linked. That's linked. To me, it either looks like Trenzalore or it looks like Pompeii.
Something weird. That
That's linked. They're giving you a tease of what's to come, maybe for season 10.
Yeah,
I want to find out what happened to Clara that she got lost that time with that 1 year.
Well, where she went.
She was abducted or something. I think.
You see, it would all make sense though, because when River Song said, "How am I mentally linked to Clara?" How else could she be mentally linked to Clara unless that little girl was Clara, and because she uploaded to this thing, she was able. That's why she can always be there when the doctor's there because she's uploaded.
yeah, because
She's
they
saying she was
uploaded
always
River to a
there.
computer, didn't they? And
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
still trying to figure out who protected Amelia from the fucking Prisoner Zero, because that little kid, somebody had to have very protective to that kid. Like that Prisoner Zero would eat her and stuff. So
It's a hard one. It's got. I'd be surprised if Moffat leaves the storyline.
Moffat has the overall plan. I foresee the Dreamer returning, Barbarian returning, the Silence returning, everybody.
Well, either way, in number 10, season 10,
9.
or season 9.
Finale. I see the finale being so freaking huge. Omega, Barbarian, the Silence, the Weeping Angels is going to be ridiculous. That's what I
It
think.
would be cool, yeah. I think it'd be good
It's
to
going to be absolutely ridiculous.
It'd be good to see Capaldi against the Silence, and
you know what? I have a feeling that Rory is going to return, not Amy.
Why?
Because I think you're going to find something out that that he's not human either.
Well, mind you, what happened to the Roman Rory?
He's still the same,
He's still there, isn't he?
I mean, I think, I don't know, something's up with that too. We're going to find out something.
Timey-wimey stuff, yeah?
Something's
Click
going
into
on.
place.
Something's going on.
It'll all click into place eventually, because that happened in David Tennant's ones, didn't it? Towards the end, everything kind of clicked into place.
Yeah, I think Moffats too.
It will. I think before he leaves, he'll click everything into place.
Yeah.
Because he wouldn't want to leave it unfinished like this, surely. Because if a new writer comes in, and he's like, well, what a mess. You got all these open storylines that no one's... Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I think the finale is not going to be Gallifrey. It's going to be like the whole of villains. That's what I think it's going to be. It's going to be like this whole thing with all these villains, and he's going to be like, oh, crap. I got to fight like Omega and Barbarian and Dream Lord and Angels, and it's going to be ridiculous. And then he's probably going to have help from a past companion too, or whatever, or something.
In Silence in the Library, the girl was Cal, wasn't she? She was a Cal setting. Her last words were, aren't I a clever girl?
Exactly. Exactly. It's her. It's her, man.
Wow.
It doesn't. It's Clara. Like, how has she been there every time the
It
Doctor's
could.
been there?
Well, here's the thing, right? Who took care of young Ripper Song that brought her to, the UK to hang out with Amy and Rory? Somebody had to take care of her.
Mm.
So maybe it was Clara. Maybe Clara's in the past and raising the freaking Ripper, and that's why they closed.
Yeah, because she could have been everywhere. Because she
could have been the
everywhere.
nanny. She could have been the nanny raising the Ripper, Clara. That would be crazy.
Like in that, what was that episode? The Bells of St. John, when she's like a Victorian, isn't a Victorian one?
Well,
But she dies. The one that dies.
And those robots in Bells of St. John looks like those things in the library. You know, the head and the face was like.
It was the same girl coming down the stairs as in the lodge.
Yeah.
And the same girl in the window when Angel's taking her.
It's weird. It's all gonna link up. Has to eventually. I'm surprised they didn't do it though, because I did actually think, for the 50th anniversary, I was a bit shocked with a few things, because I did think I thought it was all going to go back to the Silence of the Library, the 50th. I thought that's how Matt Smith. I thought that's how Matt Smith was going to meet River Song.
I think that's what's going to be the last episode. Return to the Library. I think that the Library is going to be the finale.
But what will happen in there this time?
River comes back.
Oh, what? Do you think the Doctor would travel back there and meet the River Song?
No, I don't know.
Be interesting to see.
You know what the meaning of Oswald is? The name meaning. God of the Forest.
God of the Forest.
And that cat and Cal, that girl, was the God of the Forest.
Wow, that's weird.
Controlled the library, wasn't she? So.
Come on, man. If that doesn't say it all, that girl in the library is Clara Oswald. Why did she look like her? She had brown hair, everything. And then, Joe, you just said...
Look at that anagram. Look at the anagram for Manacrovarian. It's Mad Ronnie Makeover.
Is it?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh.
Mad Ronnie Makeover.
See, so what the hell's going on?
Maybe Kavarian's the Ronnie.
Could be.
Well, Starship Alaska had to do with fish. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things. It's still with the fish stuff, I'm saying too.
I can't sit here and believe that a story writer doesn't know what he's doing. He's got ideas going on here. He's got something going on here where he knows what's going on here. He's got a few ideas. He has to, because he does Sherlock brilliant. So I'm sorry. You don't just go, oh, I'm rubbish at Doctor Who. He's got a backup plan going on there.
Yeah, the series 1 finale is probably, I'm betting it's in the library.
Yeah, he's got backup plans here. You don't just say, oh, Doctor Who, I'm just going to write it crap and I don't know what I'm doing.
I think that the Weeping Angels will be the opener for series 10.
Well, talking of the Weeping Angels, they're definitely not done, because it's impossible that they're done, because how could they turn up in the time of the Doctor and then just vanish?
Well, I had a theory that, and I did say this once on the Whovians, that I think that Weeping Angels are frozen Time Lords. Tortured Time Lords.
Really? Weeping Angels.
Very cool.
Yeah.
It could be.
Because, back too.
Yeah. Oh my God, Joe! You took the words out of my mouth. Do you know what I watched yesterday? I actually watched the Doctor's Wife with the Ood, when Matt Smith finds all the Gallifreyan people in a box. When they're talking and everything, and it was so interesting, because I was like, hang on a minute, the Gallifrey is linked. The Ood, he was like, oh, hi Ood, and all this. So I reckon the Ood is definitely going to come back. He could end up. Do you know what could happen? Imagine if an Ood became a helper for the Doctor. He programmed it to actually help him.
Maybe.
That would be. Yeah,
Brian, what's up, Brian? What you doing, Brian? Brian just popped in and say nothing.
Brian.
Brian. Hello, Brian. Late for Brian. Brian's gonna fall asleep now. No? No, Brian? Alright, well, I gotta go to sleep. I gotta go to work. So,
Yeah.
good night, guys.
Good night.
It's been fun. Good night, Brian. Probably gonna say it. So.
Goodbye to the Whovians cast.
Real Whovians. We're gonna have a podcast on my birthday. Well, maybe the final one. We'll see. Maybe not. Don't know. Hopefully, we'll do the 3,000th video. I'm hoping.
And how many videos have we got now?
We're getting close, man. We have, not counting this one. Let's see. I think counting this one, it is 2,995.
Whoa. That is a lot, man.
Keep in mind that I erased over 150, so I would have even had more.
Yeah, so you're well over 3,000 if you had those 150.
Well, I had them. It doesn't count now, so I mean, I'm almost at 3,000. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that mean you get the Guinness Book of Records thing?
I don't know. You know what? I of all the things I'm doing, I really didn't pursue that. I gotta really.
Yeah, you got to do that. Find out.
Because I saw that guy was going to get the Guinness Book World Record for doing 100 podcasts on Doctor Who, and I'm like,
100.
100. Yeah, I'm like, excuse me, 100? Like, we're up to like 533. Like, what are you crazy?
Well, maybe he'll be in there, and you'll be like the higher one, and to say you're the higher one.
I'm gonna find out.
You should. Why not?
But not just a podcast though. Most of my videos were Doctor Who. If you look at add them up, it's not just that's how it started. I mean, it wasn't, you know.
Well, I'm sure, like, you know, if they really wanted to, they could always just go on your page and just count each one if they really wanted to.
No, it's called you gotta pay them to research it, which is like $1,000.
Really?
Yeah.
What? $1,000?
Supposedly, you gotta pay them to do the work.
Oh, is that how the Guinness Book of Records works?
Well, I don't know about that, but I heard that certain things you have to pay for them to. First of all, they're not going to do it for free. So you have to pay them to research it.
Yeah.
So, like, you're paying them by the hour, basically, to look for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe do that whenever then.
I'm not spending no
Yeah,
stuff. No,
exactly.
No,
that's what I mean.
I'll spend that for the new book, but...
I know. I didn't want to put words in your mouth.
I know. Well, I mean, listen.
That's why I was like, do it whenever you can. I wouldn't do it.
It would be nice to have, but I would rather get a car than
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or a Doctor Who Dalek.
I got my keyboard now. Maybe cars next. Yeah. So
you could always go on the Guinness Book of Records for playing music on the piano.
Yeah.
Something like that. You never know.
Nah, I won't win none of that. No. All right. Good night, guys. Good night, Brian. Good night. Good night, Kyle.